Wow. And what size tank is this then, mate?
That's a 900. It's called the Aquamarine 900. It's made by Maidenhead Plastics as their own.
Yeah, it's a really good looking tank, isn't it?
Yeah, it's good, not bad money to be fair. That's for 500 quid.
Wow, that's alright.
Stand, which...
What is going on YouTube? It's an early Saturday morning for me. I'm just on the way to Hampshire to go and video a stunning angelfish biotype tank. So I've never seen this tank before. Jeff has sent me some WhatsApp messages about it, some videos and stuff. It looks absolutely amazing. But I've got about an hour and 20 minutes drive, so not too bad. So let's hit the road and go and find out what this tank's like. Okay, I've just got to Jeff's house now. So this is in his garage. Check this out. So this is your man cave then, I'll take it, Jeff, is it, yeah?
Come get out of the way of the missus.
Yeah? Every bloke needs that, don't they? So, should we start with the smaller tank, mate? Start talking about what you've got going on in here then, bud?
Yeah. So the smaller tank I set up a month ago. I did had to put a new floor down and everything in here, so while it was all out, I got rid of the old tank.
Yeah.
And replaced it with that one. Most of the fish are from the old tank. I just thought now's the time to do a proper aquascape. The other tank was planted, but it wasn't, it wasn't aquascape like that.
Yeah, this is a lovely scape, isn't it? I like how you kept it all to the back here.
Yeah, just so it's viewable from this side, and but now I'm pleased with it. Got a little bit of an algae bloom going, but I'm sure that'll settle down.
Yeah, well, like you said, it's only a month old, isn't it?
Yeah.
So you get the bits here and there, don't you?
Yeah. I've watched most of George Farmer's videos on YouTube.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we've all done that. And what's the stock you got going on now? I see you got some tetras and bits.
Mostly tetras, to be fair. Smaller tetras, cardinals. There's some mappa tetras, which are the ones with the orange on them. There's a few certain different sort of splash tetra with spots on in there somewhere. Some little green tetras, green striped tetras, a few corries. Nothing too big.
No, no.
Pretty.
All looks nice and friendly, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And what size tank is this then, mate?
That's a 900. It's called the Aquamarine 900. It's made by Maidenhead Plastics as their own.
Yeah, it's a really good looking tank, isn't it?
Yeah, it's good, not bad money to be fair. That's for 500 quid.
Well, that's alright.
Stand, which, you know, I had everything else. The filter was already had, the lights already had, so it's just basic, and obviously the substrate and stuff. But yeah, for getting into the hobby, that's not a bad price to be fair.
No, that's right, yeah. Yeah, a lot of people think, oh, I've got to spend thousands on tanks and stuff to have something like this, but obviously you're going to spend money on stocking it and buying the wood and bits. But you can find wood and stuff like off the Facebook groups and stuff. People are just getting rid of, you know, in the garages and stuff, so you can pick the stuff up pretty cheap. And what light you got? Is it a Fluval plant?
It's a Fluval plant, yeah. That's the only thing I will upgrade probably is that.
Yeah.
I'm going to put those brackets up there the other day because it was resting on the top of the tank, and I think that's what caused the algae.
Yeah, you could be right. Yeah.
So I've raised it up a bit and I've dropped the intensity for a bit just to see if it.
Yeah, it gives it a completely different spectrum when it's higher up, doesn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why they don't do a bracket or something for those Fluval ones.
Yeah.
Because the Twin Star one, which everyone uses, has got the brackets on.
Yeah, it just keeps it like this height off the tank, doesn't it, really?
Before it was the strip was literally just across the middle, and the back and the front of the tank was almost in shade.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't shine through the whole tank like it's literally doing now. It's perfect now, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's a beautiful tank. What filtration are you running? I see you've got the little.
I've got the Ose 600.
Oh yeah, yeah. And I see you're running the CO2 and stuff.
Yeah, I've got inline CO2.
Yeah.
I've got a new regulator to go on there, so I can run a fire extinguisher.
Yeah, you need to, don't you?
Yeah. It goes through so quick, those little bottles.
Yeah. That's a stunning setup, mate.
The heaters inside the filter, which is quite handy.
Yeah, these are great, these filters, aren't they?
Yeah,
just keeps everything out of the tank.
Big tank for about 8 months.
Yeah.
To bed it in.
It's quite a big one as well.
Yeah,
what one's that in?
600, 650, 600.
Is that
quite a little bit too big for that one, I'd say.
Yeah.
So what I might do later on is get the I think they do a 300.
Right.
Because it's where it's a tool. I have trouble getting the pre-filter out.
Yeah,
Part where I just want to lift it out. So
of course you do, yeah, like every week or whatever.
Later on, just replace that with a smaller one and put the big one back on there. I don't need it on that big tank, but
no.
Good to have a backup.
A good mate of mine's setting up, like I was saying earlier, setting up the tank very similar to this. And it's nice to see this setup you've got it done here, because I think this is what he's basically going to do. Yeah. So I'll get him to watch this video and yeah, you can have a look, see what he thinks.
But the stand even comes with the tank even comes with the plug.
Right.
The holes all drilled, so.
Yeah, it's clever, isn't it? They've got a nice little shelf to put all your stuff on, haven't you? Yeah, it's perfect for the scaping community, isn't it? And what fertiliser do you use in there?
At the moment I'm using this one, because it's an all-in-one.
Right. TNC complete, yeah. You rate it, you think it's pretty good?
For the money.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, that was as much as a bottle of the Tropica, which,
yeah,
you know, it's the same thing really.
Yeah, and I bet you went through quite a fair bit of that stuff, didn't you?
And I had a little bit of liquid CO2 as well, just to try and get rid of the algae, but whether it works or not, I don't know.
No. Do you know what though, mate? The tank looks absolutely wicked. Like, you're saying about a little bit of algae, I can see a tiny bit, but not
just
a lot.
on these ones here.
Yeah.
I mean, there's some shrimp in there, but they don't seem to want to eat it. Once it's fully, you know, they start really kicking in the plants, because they're not really, at the moment, growing a lot.
Yeah. Well, it's only a month, isn't it?
Yeah.
And what's the moss you got up here then? Is it Java?
No, that's weeping moss.
Weeping moss, yeah, it's lovely, isn't it? And this is Bucophandra, is it?
Something like that.
Yeah.
Bucophandra or something, yeah.
I'm not too clued up.
It's the first time ever I've really, you know, I've never stuck a plant to a bit of wood with super glue before.
Yeah. it does work, it does work. This, I went to that Riverwood Aquatics and he had some of this in the tank. You've never seen anything like it. And he grew it from this, just a little bit like that. And it was a massive bush, and do you know what? It looked absolutely stunning. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I think once it matures in a bit and they lose their immersed leaves,
yeah,
which a lot of them are growing out of water now, aren't they? So, but no, I'm happy with it.
Yeah, it looks wicked. What does the wife say about the room then?
She's not bothered.
No.
As long as it's not in the house, she don't care. I've got one little cube tank in the house, but
yeah.
Before we moved here, I had a 6x2 in our lounge, but it was sunk in the wall, and that was fine.
Yeah.
It trued out, but as soon as we bought this house, she was like, no.
That's perfect, mate.
Straight away, really.
It's a lovely size room, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right, we're going to get onto the big angelfish tank now. So, tank size, Jeff. What we got here, then, mate?
7x2x2 with a 3-foot sump. So it's just under 1,000 litres, I think, give or take a few.
Yeah. And did you clad it all yourself? Did you build it?
Yeah, my brother-in-law's a chippy, thankfully.
Right.
So we built the stand, and we built the tank onto the concrete of the garage floor.
Yeah.
And then once the tank was in and sorted, he came in and covered it in MDF and built the doors.
Yeah, it's really effective, isn't it?
Yeah. So.
And the tank is from ND and ND Aquatics, yeah, I see that.
Yeah, they delivered it to me. It took 5 of us to lift it in there.
Yeah, I know. Heavy, isn't they? I know, mate.
They got the double base, didn't they?
Yeah. Oh, they're I know it's like I've lifted quite a few tanks, so you dread the day to lift them, don't you? I know, mate. And what we've got going on in there, mate? Fish-wise?
We've got mostly angels. The bigger fish in there there's a selection of wild and domestic scalars. There's 1 autumn, 4 Rio Nane wild. There's a selection of Scalari wild and some Manicapura redbacks, but I think they're all domestic. I'm not sure on the exact number in there. There's probably 25, 30 of them, I suppose.
Yeah.
Somewhere.
Yeah, it's nice how they're all sort of hiding away.
Yeah. And they'll be out. If I stuck some food in there, they'll be out.
Yeah, yeah. And you've got some Macaras at the back. Is that a Macara?
No, they're Zingoensis.
Okay.
They're a cichlid Rio Zingo. Yeah, I've never really seen them before. That they were selling them off at magnets out of the display tank. So I bought 6 originally, but I think there's about 4 left now.
Yeah.
They're quite old, I think. They've been in the display tank a while. Lovely colours when they really do come out.
Yeah, they're lovely fish just looking at them now.
I've never really seen them before, to be fair.
No, this one here, it's got some bright orange on his face, hasn't he, at the back?
I have to be careful. I did have redhead padgos in there, but they just dig everything up.
Do they?
I just come in here and the sand will be all up.
Yeah, and it's not the sort of tank you want that, really, is it? They've got some stunning blues on these angels, haven't they?
Yeah, when the colours really come out, they're really amazing colours. Especially the Manicapura, which is just coming to the front now, at the top, at the back. There, at the back corner.
Oh yeah, yeah.
We'll put a little bit of food in.
Yeah, let's do a feed, mate. Yeah, let's see what we can get coming out because it's hard to see what's actually in there, mate, isn't it?
They're like piranha fish, mate.
Yeah. Here we go, look, check this out. Oh wow, look at the size of this guy.
I grew him from a 50p tank.
Yeah.
They don't really show the red for ages, so you think you've been out
done,
when
yeah.
they say they're Manicapuras, because when they're young they all look the same. But
Yeah, yeah. Look at him, he's stunning it. I've got to get one, man. Wow. Now that is what you call an angelfish, isn't it?
yeah.
Well, all of them. You see the cichlids starting to come out a bit now as well. So I take it he's a male?
I presume he's a male, yeah. I've never really had that. I mean, there is a couple of pairs in there, but I've only ever really gone through the motions once, but nothing's ever come of it. It's just too much going on.
Yeah, yeah.
That they're constantly, so they'll come up this end to the right.
Yeah.
And they'll spawn on the wood, but they're constantly chewing everything down, so it just gets
demolished. Yeah, yeah. And to be fair, you don't really want to split it up. It's such a happy tank, isn't it? You know, if nature sort of do its thing, isn't it?
Yeah. I've been down the breeding route. It's a pain in the backside, to be fair.
Yeah.
Unless you're 100% dedicated to it.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, you've got to be on it all the time, got getting up at 5 in the morning, see what's going on, yeah.
Other than water changes, I don't really have to do a lot in it, to be fair.
No.
You know, and then I just drain it down and fill it back up again.
That is a stunning fish as well, this guy's just gone round there.
That's a Rio Nane. But yeah, the colours, you know, with the back darkness of the tank, it seems to bring the colours out
Yeah.
better.
And the aquascape in here is just like mind-blowing, isn't it? It's like, there's so much
There's a lot of wood
to
in
look.
there.
Yeah. Yeah, but it really works, doesn't it? And it's a big tank, 7x2x2, it's a huge tank, isn't it?
Some of those bits, the bigger bits of wood there, I bought back from a discus show in Germany. I drove over there.
Alright.
And I bought them, and I mean they're getting on to be 8 years old now.
Yeah.
And when I bought them, they were a lot bigger, but they do like rot down. A lot of this wood here is from them.
Yeah. Yeah, it sort of falls to bits, doesn't it?
Yeah. But you know, if I was to buy that in the UK, that size wood, I mean, I think I paid like 35 euros to get that size.
Yeah, it's cheap. Oh, you'll be paying 100 quid for them.
Oh, over here, yeah, because you got to bring it over from wherever. I mean, we definitely get ripped off in the hobby here.
Oh, we do, yeah.
I mean, I bought 6 Autumns that size.
Yeah.
For €40 each.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, unfortunately they're long gone. But
yeah, and over here you'll pay hundreds of pounds for them. I know. It's a beautiful tank, mate. Absolutely beautiful tank, Jeff. It's nice to see such a big tank with fish like this in them, because people normally think, oh, I've got a 3-foot tank, I'm going to put loads of angelfish in it, you know, but it's nice to see them in an actual aquarium like this. So, like you said earlier, this is running the sump, isn't it? So how big's the sump?
Sump's in here, so 3-foot sump.
Yeah. You can't beat the sump, can you?
No.
And what you run in there? So you've got some K1.
K1 in the first chamber.
Yeah.
Then I've got bags of bio balls and alpha grog and bits and pieces.
Yeah, loads of bacteria.
Sponges in there, and then some sponges in the back. In the end of it, I've got some bags of resin in there as well, which polish the water up.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
To recharge, which seems to do quite a good job.
Where'd you get them from? Countryside?
No, they're a Checkers a vacuum one, but I think they're pretty similar to the Countryside. I use the Countryside softener in my HMA.
Yeah.
Eventually, I probably will switch over to the Countryside ones to go in the tank. Similar sort of thing. It's just absorbing resin that cleans everything up.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, yeah.
The only thing it does do, it takes everything out, where the Countryside one doesn't.
Yeah.
So that if I put fertiliser in there for the plants or anything, it'll take it straight out.
Just watch out, yeah.
So I'm about, you know, I'm probably due a change. They've been in there a while. They get regenerated every like 2 months.
Yeah.
You can tell when they've stopped doing what they're doing because algae forms on the glass a lot quicker.
Right, yeah.
So then I know I need to regenerate in salt.
Yeah, it's good how you can do that, though, isn't it? You've got to quick get more bags and stuff, you know.
And then back to I
remember the days when I used to run carbon, and I used to think, oh, that's the best thing in carbon. Do you know what I mean? I used to.
The worst thing.
Worst thing, I know, terrible.
Yeah, I've not used carbon for years, but the only time I would use carbon is if years ago when you medicated, and you wanted to get it out of the system, stick some carbon in there for 24 hours.
It strips it all, doesn't it?
But yeah, no carbons.
No, I've never run it again.
But there's the Alton's out now, to your left.
It's a beautiful gang, isn't it?
Yeah, they have their moments. There's this one here. She's the boss.
Is she?
She batters everything that she wants to. I bought her as a pair, but the male died.
Right.
And now she's just like a
widow.
A widow with an hatchet.
Yeah. Got a chip on her shoulder,
yeah. Definitely.
Yeah.
It's like she's constantly spawning.
Yeah.
Although she's got no, you know, constantly protecting wherever she is.
I just see you had a huge bristle nose in there as well, a male.
There's a pair of ancestors in there.
Yeah.
And there's some other L number, which I don't know what it is, because I'm not very good with the L numbers, but he's normally here. In that bit, you might see his tail in there, but there's a pair of ancestors.
Yeah, you might be able to figure him out, see what he is.
He's got a sort of stripey.
Yeah.
But I don't really, he's supposed to be in there to clean the algae, but he don't do a lot.
No.
While the ancestors are in there though.
Yeah, you need them, didn't you?
Yeah. Yeah.
They've got plenty of wood in here as well, haven't they?
Yeah. So like, you know, there's more in there than you think.
I've kind of got used to me now, haven't they, with the camera?
Yeah, but they all seem to congregate up that end because of the one with the mood swings. If you watch her, she's constantly.
What, she sort of hangs out in here?
She hangs out there. you know.
I can see her. She's waiting. She's like, where are they? They're going to come out soon and I'm going to tear them back. They're so peaceful though, how they sort of hover, don't they? They do remind me of discus.
They're very close related to the discus, aren't they?
And what heaters you running, mate? I see you've got one in the corner.
There's two 500 watt heaters in there, which, to be fair, with the insulation in the room, they're not really on that much.
No, that's right.
During the winter, I'll have a little heater in here to heat the room rather than a thing. But once it's up to temperature, it's sort of like. Although my electric bill doesn't relate.
Trust me, mate. I know.
How do you find it? You got how many tanks you got now?
Oh, I think I've got about 6 set up. I did have 15 at one point, and it was just too much for me, mate. So I closed a few of them down. I've gone a bit bigger tanks down instead of a lot smaller tanks.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've got about 6. I think this might even be 7 set up at the moment. So yeah, quite a few. But yeah, the electrics is it's ridiculous. That's the word for it. But what can you do? You want to keep all your fish.
Well, that's it. But you've got to try and find a way of it becoming. You know, I even thought about putting a solar panel on the roof or something.
Yeah.
See if that would run it, but it's not. It's not getting to a point at the moment where it's
unfeasible. Yeah. I know.
You know, I don't know how these shops and that do it.
No, their bill must be astronomical.
Well, the guy at Maidenhead, my local Maidenhead, was telling me what he paid on his fell over.
Yeah. That's why the price of everything's going up though. The fish, the food, like the imports and everything. You know, it's just making the hobby so much more, not enjoyable, but more expensive, and it does make you a bit angry, doesn't it? You know, because we're all into our fish. We love our fish. You know, when you see something you want to buy, 5 years ago, it's like 3 times the price now. You know, it's ridiculous.
That's
isn't
a good thing with the angels. You know, you can pick them up still pretty. You know, I think the most expensive angel in there is the autumn.
Yeah.
I paid 75 quid for.
Yeah.
The most of them are, you know, not being funny. The size you buy them less than 20 quid.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
If I wanted a tank full of discus, wild discus, you know, you look at 100 plus of fish.
Yeah.
Which I did for years, but comes a point where you think, hold on a minute.
Well, you get the same amount of enjoyment out of these. You know, look at the colours on them, and they're a lot easier to keep on there as well, which makes a big difference.
Water, that's all they want.
Yeah.
You know, I was RO for years. Now I'm straight HMA. So
yeah.
You know, that's one. I'm not wasting the water that I was wasting.
No, and a lot of time as well.
Yeah.
You can see the big ancestors now, look. They're lovely, aren't they?
Yeah, they do their job, don't they?
Yeah. On Pleco, man, I've got Plecos everywhere. Right? Yeah, all my tanks have got. I've forgotten what I've got it from us. Yeah, every tank's got something in it, you know. What's this plant growing on here? Do you know?
That's just Java fern. That was in the planted tank I stripped down, and I just stuck it in there. It never really thrives in there. Like I say, I can't fertilise it. So
yeah. Well, it seems to be doing okay though.
Yeah,
the fish kind of like it, don't
they? The floating plant, the water lettuce does alright.
Yeah.
You know, that seems to thrive, but anything else just doesn't really.
It just gives the fish a lot of cover, doesn't it? It makes them feel at home, doesn't it? And what lighting are you running on this one, Jeff?
They're just Fluvals.
Yeah.
Not the planted ones. I think they're just the normal strip light ones. They're the old type.
Aquasky, yeah.
Yeah, they're quite old now. They're probably doing an upgrade. As I'm not trying to grow any real plants in there, until they stop working, they'll probably.
They're doing the job, mate.
Yeah.
It looks really cool from above, doesn't it? Now, see, you've got your own custom drip system coming in here, yeah, from the sump.
Yeah. Originally, that was the one that was on all the multi-tanks I had, so that was each individual tank, and when I split them down, I just thought, well, I'll just keep it the same. So I can shut them off if I need to, and I mean, the pump's running at not even half the capacity really.
Yeah, so it's good.
So,
and the tank's getting
it's
a nice little
got
bit of flow.
three holes in it, so it's drilled in the middle and either end.
Yeah.
Feeding the sump. So I think circulation wise,
That's
not had
perfect.
any issues. So
That's perfect, isn't it? Well, they don't like
they don't
a lot
like
of flow.
they don't like a lot of current.
That's
you know.
right.
A bit like discus, they don't like a lot of current.
Yeah, yeah, unsettles them, doesn't it?
You know, some fish like it flowing through there, but
That's a beautiful system, mate. And the corridors, what you got in here then, mate? I see a couple of them scattered around.
Corries. I bought about 12 of them. I think there's 10 left, and there's one odd one that was in my planted tank, which I put him in there because he got to a size where he was.
Getting too big.
They're just in there to turn the gravel over.
Yeah, they do a good job. You see them all day long.
They were spawning in there the other day.
Oh, were they?
Yeah, they were chasing each other around laying eggs, but nothing come of it. You know, one day you'll just come in here and there'll be a baby corrie swimming around, and you go, well, you know.
Yeah.
Same with the ancestors, you know.
Yeah, oh yeah.
They just suddenly disappear for a month and then.
That's right. Well, I've just closed down. I haven't closed it down. I moved my 4-foot tanks, the fish from that into another tank, and put some new fish into that tank, and lift out this massive piece of wood. And there's a big hole in there. And I thought, what the hell's that in there? And there was about 150 ancestral babies in there. You know, loads of them. Yeah.
Shrimp.
Yeah.
I started with 6 shrimp in the planted tank.
Loads now. Yeah.
I got, well, I could thousands of them.
Yeah, yeah. And you're like, what do I do with them all?
They were even in the filter.
Yeah. The shop,
if you want to, we're set up like this, you can't, you can't set out to breed. If they breed in there, it's good.
Yeah.
It shows that everything's right.
Yeah.
I mean, there's that pair there at the back. They're trying to go through the motions.
I can see them. Yeah.
So if they do it, good. But you can't think that you're going to successfully breed fish in a setup like this. It's not for it. If you want to breed them, you take them away.
Yeah.
And you dedicate one little tank to them.
Well, that's right, because this is the display tank, isn't it?
Yeah.
So
it just becomes a, just becomes a war in there.
yeah, that's right. Yeah, you don't want that, especially when the tank's so friendly and everyone's getting on.
And they're definitely going through the motions.
I should be proud of it, Jeff. Honestly, mate, it's absolutely beautiful. What do you guys think of this tank then? I'm blown away by it. I think it looks absolutely amazing. Right, well, thanks for having me over, Jeff, mate. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome.
And yeah, hope you liked the video, guys. Like and subscribe to my channel, ding notification bell, and keep it real, everyone.